you about how you use your calculator, so most of you can do that. What most of you are struggling is if you need to use standard deviation to show working, to find your standard deviation. How do you do that, right? Okay, I highly recommend that whether it's a 1 mark or 2 mark question, we try to show the working as well. Okay, because your calculator can actually help you, especially if you are using the Casio FX, that black calculator that most of you are using. Okay, so what we have from here is that first thing first, okay, we can find the mean. Let's do the ungrouped data first. Okay, what we're going to do is we find the mean. Most of us have no problem finding the mean. So 23, 30, 45, 50, 65, and 25. Okay, everything you're just going to divide by the number of datas, which is 6 in this case, right? Okay, I'm going to just very quickly press my calculator. Okay, 23, 30, 45, 50, 65, and 25. Okay, then from here your mean, right, is actually 39.66667 all the way. So you'll give me in 3SF, which is 39.7. So this will be your mean, right? So easily you got the value of your mean. Mean is like average in primary school, right? Okay, so how do you look at your standard deviation? So your standard deviation, right, okay, what we have here is that you need to first realize for me that, okay, this is the same thing, right? So that means we're squaring the mean. So the tricky part is this one and this one. All right, okay, so I'm going to color code so you all can see. Okay, what's the meaning of this? This thing is just the sum. All right, so you are adding everything together. So the summation of fx squared, all these are x, right? So f is just the frequency, so it appears one time. So what we have here is that you can just put this down, summation, use the same symbol, okay? But what they are looking at is just square of the data add together. 45 square, 50 square, 65 square, and 25 square. Okay, then the best part is, right, you can actually find this from your calculator. When you key into your calculator, you get a lot of things, right? Which is this one here. I'm just going to do it in gray. Okay, this one is this one in your calculator. So you can just take the value of your calculator, 10804. This is what you have. Okay, 10804. Then after that, from here, all right, but you try to key lah. You key just to check, make sure it's correct lor. Okay, this one means what? Summation of f. That means all your frequency lor. So summation of f, it just refers to the total number of data, the total number of people, which is 6 in this case. So what you're going to do now is plug your back into your formula. So you got your square root. Okay, summation of fx squared is this one. So you do it this way, divided by the number of people, number of items. So that is 6, right? Then you're going to minus. What do you minus? You're going to minus the square of your mean. Use the slightly more SF one. Okay, if you have fraction, even better. Alright, so like that. Then you go and square it. Okay, so from your calculator, you should be able to see 3SF standard deviation, right, is actually, which symbol is that? It will look like a snail. Okay, I always tell students it look like a snail. It look like a snail carrying the shell. No, okay, so this one like that. So it will just be 15.1. But what I want you to do is just help me to take your calculator. Very quickly, just check, because the 15.1 is from my calculator when I did the standard deviation cheating method, right? Alright, so this one is 10804. This is 6 minus, the minus must be inside, square of this one there. You should get the same thing. Alright, so once you get the same thing, then you are very safe already. So this is for ungrouped data. That means your data is all over the place one. Okay, so use that. So what about group data? Group data, same thing. We're going to find our mean first, right? Okay, so your mean, how do you find your mean? There's 10 people. Let's say these are marks. So 10 people score 0, 25 people score 1, 13 people score 2. So I'm just going to press my calculator for that. Okay, 10 times 0 is 0, right? 25, and then, so my mean, oops, I forgot to divide by the number of people. Okay, so mean must divide by the number of frequency, which is the frequency which is number of people here, right? So that one here will give me, wait 10 plus 25 plus 13. So divide by 48. Okay, divide by 48. I think most of us, we don't write it this way. We try, got space, not wait I write it the way that you all usually will write. 13 times 2, then you just go and divide by 48. Okay, so we have just now was 51. 51 divided by 48. So you can write it as 17 over 16 if you did it separately, right? If it's you want, I can put as 1.0625. This is what my calculator showed me. So this is actually exact, okay? Exact means you don't go and round 3SF already. Alright, so this is my mean. So then after that, we're going to find our standard deviation. So standard deviation, same thing. We're going to find our yellow one first. What's the summation of f x squared? It's just f times x squared. So f x squared, f x squared, f x squared. Okay, so you're going to just find this one for me. So this one is 77. Same thing you can also see in your calculator for this value, okay? Later we just double check. Then the next one is summation of f is just the number of people, number of the frequency, right? So like that. So when you want to find your SD, do the same thing. So now you can do this one. So square root, what do we have? So that yellow one, which is 77, divided by frequency. Frequency is the purple one, 48, minus your square of your mean. So this time I have my 17 over 16, right? I can use that instead of 5SF also can. Or use the exact also can, up to you, okay? So then you go and key calculator. Okay, let me just key this. So square root 77 over, square root 77 over 48 minus, the minus make sure it's inside, 17 over 16 whole thing square, 3SF, 0.689 3SF. Okay, then we're just going to check with our calculator. I'm just going to do it at the side. You also can check, okay? Remember to turn on your frequency, because in this case you have a frequency table, right? Okay, so you key your frequency. So key the same way. X will be 0, 1, 2. Go to your frequency. Yeah. 0 is 10 people. X is 1 and 2. This is 25 and 13. Okay, key your X and your frequency. Go to your option button, go to your one variable calculator, and then you can check from there. So make sure you check your mean. So mean is correct. Then your standard deviation also correct. Summation of x squared also correct. Then last one also correct. Like that. Okay, so you can check your calculator. If you don't know how to use your calculator, let me know. I'll send you another recording, okay?